The politics over NEET examination has intensified, with Congress leader Rahul Gandhi hitting out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi for maintaining silence on the NEET examination. And he has asserted that his party, Congress Party, is committed to strongly raising the voice of the youth to the streets, to the parliament, for ensuring strong policies against paper leaks are formulated. The former Congress president said that arrests have been made in Bihar, Gujarat and Haryana, and they clearly show that there has been organized corruption in the examination in a planned manner. And he added that these BJP-ruled states have become epicenter of paper leaks. Now, Mr. Gandhi's remarks also come after Supreme Court on Tuesday said that there was a little bit of, even if there was little bit of negligence on the part of anyone on the conduct of NEET examination, there should be a thorough probe into this. Now, this comes after Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has said that no culprit will be spared. In fact, the centre has said that it is putting in place not just a probe but also ensuring that all the culprits involved in this will be punished.
भाजपा और कांग्रेस और महागठबंधन का मामला नहीं है। एक बात सही है कि नीट के परीक्षा में पेपर लॉक हुआ है, उसके अलावा बिहार में भी कई जगह हुआ है, लेकिन उस पर सरकार बहुत सख्त हुई है और कार्रवाई कर रही है। आप देखते हैं कि जो उसमें लगे हुए हैं उसमें भी एजेंसी जांच कर रही है, उनके गार्जियन से भी बात कर रही है। तो कहने का मतलब है कि उसको इरिडिकेट करने के लिए, ख़त्म करने के लिए सरकार कटिबद्ध हो गई है और हम समझते हैं कि आगे अब इस प्रकार की बातें नहीं होंगी।
हम उन लाखों स्टूडेंट्स के साथ सॉलिडेरिटी शो कर रहे हैं जिनको जो पीड़ित हैं इस एनईटी एग्ज़ाम के घोटाले से, इस धांधली से। लगभग 24 लाख बच्चों ने ये एग्ज़ाम दिया है और रिज़ल्ट आने वाले दिन से वो सारे एक निराशा में हैं। 16-16 घंटे 12वीं पास करके बच्चे पढ़ाई देते हैं जो डॉक्टर बनने के लिए इच्छुक होते हैं। आज वो सब एक चिंता के माहौल में है कि किस तरीके से एग्ज़ामिनेशन को मैनेज किया गया, क्या सेंटिटी रहेगी ऐसी संस्थाओं की, एनईटी जैसी। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंदर सारा एक्सपोज हो चुका है और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने एनटी को भी सम्मन किए हैं। पहले दिन से ही ये खबरें आ रही थी कि भी इसका पेपर लीक हो चुका है, अब वो चीज़ साबित हो चुकी है। उसके बाद एग्ज़ामिनेशन सेंटर पे जिन्होंने पैसे दिए वो चीज़ भी बातें सामने आ गई हैं, साबित हो चुकी हैं। तो मुझे ये उम्मीद है कि माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कोई ऐसा प्रावधान किया जाएगा कि हर साल जो लाखों बच्चों के भविष्य के साथ खिलवाड़ होता है, उन दोषी लोगों को ऐसी सज़ा दी जाएगी कि आने वाले समय में कोई ऐसा करने की सोचे भी ना। मौजूदा भाजपा सरकार, चाहे पिछले 10 साल का इनका आप कार्यकाल देखें, बड़ी बड़ी संस्थाएं दबाव में थी, उनकी विश्वसनीयता पर सवाल खड़े हुए। तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट, माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट इनका संज्ञान ले। जहां तक आम आदमी पार्टी की बात है, आज दिल्ली के जंतर मंतर पर हमने ये कार्यक्रम किया है। कल पूरे देश के अंदर ये कार्यक्रम करके हम केंद्र सरकार को कटघरे में खड़ा करेंगे। 24 तारीख से देश की संसद के अंदर हमारे जो सांसद हैं वो देश की सरकार से, केंद्र सरकार से, मोदी सरकार से इस धांधली पर जवाब मांगेगी।
I have my colleague Ishika joining us with more details on the story. Ishika, in the last few days, we noticed a lot of opposition parties raise different kinds of demands with respect to NEET. Congress party asked for a judicial probe. DMK has asked for the exam to be scrapped, something that it has maintained consistently for the last few years. Now, Aam Aadmi Party has also jumped into this. It's also asking for a few things. Tell us, what is the Aam Aadmi Party thinking with respect to NEET, and how has the politics over NEET intensified?
Well, Vasudha, as you rightly mentioned, the opposition continues to question the central government and the NEET and in fact the NTA over the irregularities in the NEET exam. Today, in fact, we saw the Aam Aadmi Party, in fact, holding a mega protest here in the national capital's Jantar Mantar. And today, the Aam Aadmi Party said that they demand an independent inquiry into this matter. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party leader, Reena Gupta, whom we talked to, she said that it is ridiculous that the government has asked NTA only to inquire regarding this, and only an independent inquiry will bring out the facts. She also said, in fact, a re-examination needs to take place, and that should be under the Supreme Court's observation. So these are the demands that the Aam Aadmi Party has put forth, and the Aam Aadmi Party says that they will continue to hold protest over this matter. Tomorrow, if we talk about tomorrow, the Aam Aadmi Party has planned a pan-India protest over this issue, and they say that on June 24th, their MPs will also be raising this question in the parliament as well. So the Aam Aadmi Party too has jumped on the bandwagon, and they also continue to ask questions from the central government and from the NTA. Over to you.
Thank you, Shika, for joining us with those details. Clearly, the politics over NEET has also intensified. This is after Supreme Court has also come down heavily on NTA, saying that even a small amount of negligence has to be dealt with because it concerns the futures of lakhs of students. To discuss this, we have with us Aman Asim, who is the National Chairperson, Research Department of NSUI, the Congress Party, and we also have Anurag Naidu, political analyst. To you first, Mr. Asim, tell us why is the Congress Party, saying that all BJP ruled states have become epicenters of paper leaks? Because clearly, you've also been at the center. No government would want paper leaks to happen. It really sort of destroys futures of youngsters who are so critical for any government. Do you think that this is basically a lack, this is failure on part of state governments, or do you think it is something that the center has to do?
Thank you. I think it's absolutely a central government problem, because this is the very same central government that wanted to centralize this process that was already a very federal process that we were having. We had the examinations that were being conducted in different parts by different state governments, but this was the very same government that came out very strongly and said we will have one national exam. And that is what has led to this issue, where you have a centralized procedure, where you have only the center controlling this examination, and along with that NTA controlling 14 other exams in one institution. And it's very clearly a BJP government and BJP state issue. If you look at it, it's BJP's polices and BJP's police forces in various NDA governments across the country, which are conducting investigations and fairly are coming up with evidence that there has been a fraud in the case of NEET. In 24 lakh students' lives have been put at risk just because of the fraudulent nature of this. And if you look at it, there are also reports in the Gujarat case, of having a BJP functionary involved in this as well. So there is clearly a hand of the center. There is clearly a hand of various people in this, and it is the center's responsibility in the end of the day for coming up with the NTA and for also creating this sort of an issue.
Right. Anurag Naidu, how would you have to, how would you respond to this allegation that, centralized exams are a problem here? Because, this is also an exam that deals with 24 lakh students, 4,000 centers, but it's all happening on one day. So clearly the risks are all, in some ways concentrated on that one day. There's also a possibility that paper leaks could happen. So clearly many risks here. NTA was envisaged in 2017 as a body that could conduct professional scientific examinations. But today, the questions that are being raised on the working of NTA would make it clear that there is scope for a lot of improvement, and for that matter, drastic improvement. What do you have to say?
Well, thank you for having me on the show, Vasudha. Vasudha, primarily the gentleman who just spoke, I think he does not have the clear understanding of why on earth we have a centralized examination system in India. We happen to have the state examinations, and there is no evidence to prove that if the federal structure, if the states are empowered to take their own examination, that they will be very transparent and they will be, immaculate in their process and there will be no fault. So there is no evidence to prove that the states will be 100% perfect in their examination process. So, and also we need to understand, in the interest of the common, giving equal opportunities to the people and the citizens of India, the central examination process has come into picture. If you are not in the interest of giving equal opportunity to the people of West Bengal, Northeast, or people of, Kashmir, Jammu Kashmir, to get into the, seats of Maharashtra or Tamil Nadu or Karnataka, I think if you are against that, then probably you could pitch for a statewide examination. But national central examination is one key to giving equal opportunities to everyone in this country. Now, Vasudha, there are two aspects of it. One is the moral victory, and one is the actual victory. I'm glad that the students have taken it to the court. They're fighting it on the street, and that's a national issue. And channels like NDTV are taking up very, very, in a very comprehensive manner. But what we have to understand is Prime Minister giving a statement maybe will give you a moral victory. Judicial inquiry will give you a political victory. but it is not going to solve your problem. The end of the day, the judges are not the expert of the system, or maybe the politicians are not, or prime minister is not an expert in the system. There
Right.
has to be a competent authority. Why don't our politicians put forward a demand of a nature that solves the problem? Why can't we have experts coming into the panel and
Let me
suggesting
ask
a
that question
formulation?
to Mr. Asim. Mr. Asim, I come from the state of Tamil Nadu, and in some ways I also agree with the DMK stand that, state examinations are better because, it also has a non-discriminatory aspect to it because, it's just not the ones who are going to coaching centers who benefit from that. But, sir, this is, we're talking about India here. There is a certain nature to national, government organizations, and there is a certain tenor and character to these organizations which have a nationwide appeal. So tell me a realistic solution to this, because it will be possibly impossible to have 29 different medical entrance examinations across the country. So tell me something that's practical.
Sure. So, Vasudha, on the first part about equal opportunity, let me bring your attention to what the Tamil Nadu government itself did. They formed a committee under a former High Court judge called A.K. Ranjan. Justice A.K. Ranjan committee came up with an understanding of the effect and the impact of NEET examinations over a period of 4 to 5 years. It found that overarchingly there have been discrepancies and wherein people from rural backgrounds and those who don't come from an English medium background fail at the NEET examination as compared to how they were previously when there was no NEET. So this question of equal opportunity that my fellow panelist is bringing in is something that was there pre-NEET, and actually NEET has destroyed. So if you look at it in that sense, this examination has gone against that itself. Coming to the part of solution, we as the Congress party and as a student union are very conscious that this has to come towards solutions. So our solution, first of all, is transparency. This government does not believe in transparency. We want to first of all know who are the ones setting up this examination. Very clearly, we are being told experts, but we don't have the clarity as to which person is responsible entirely for creating this, who is the department that is responsible for it. So solution we want is a transparent examination process, an examination process that has everybody believing in it. Right now, we do not see a belief in the system itself. So we require the NTA and its functioning to first of all be made transparent and clear, and also a complete investigation by even a parliamentary committee being necessary at this point.
Right.
If we are able to bring it in a parliamentary committee and understand how the NTA has functioned, if it requires to be scrapped, we should scrap it. And let me remind you of what this BJP government did when they came in 2017 with this. They said this would be a tamper-proof examination system. I have the minister's tweet which says it's a reliable tamper-proof system, whereas the NTA now has been known as a leakage agency under the leakage government.
Okay.
That is what it has become.
Mr. Naidu, would you like to respond to that? Also, sir, there is a certain amount of panic amongst medical aspirants. Families actually mortgage their entire land and sometimes property and savings to ensure that their child gets into a medical college. What is the kind of confidence building that the government needs to do, even if it has to do with NTA? I, in fact, like the fact that Dharmendra Pradhan came forward and said that, yes, there are some loopholes that need to be fixed. So is there a sense of, acknowledgement of the problems and loopholes that exist, something that the Supreme Court also pointed out today?
Well, absolutely. And Vasudha, you made a very pertinent, very important point. There is nervousness amongst the children and the parents, about the admission process. Now, just to solve that, what Education Minister is hinting at is, there are close to 1,600 people. Now, there are 2 points. One is a paper leak. Second is a formulation of the grace code, right? The grace marking on what formula has been done. Now, that has been a different issue. About 1,600 students who have been given the grace period. We need to see if the formula holds good or not. So, there is an inquiry committee. There is a committee that is reviewing this application. There is a second committee, this investigation is going on, that has given initial, indication that there is a possible leaks happening. Now, leak cannot be in entire for 24 lakh, students, right? So you need to understand how many people are affected by the list, how many pockets, who are the people responsible. Only then at a micro level, you have to do kind of a surgical strike on this whole process so that you don't end up doing a re-examination that again affects, that is in actual sense affects this 24 lakh people. They get late into their admission process. They have to compromise on their curriculums of the first year because by the time they end up going to the college, it will be September. So they lose a semester. So you need to understand that is not a practical solution. You may get a political victory out of it, but
right.
The interest of the students are being compromised.
Right. Asim, earlier we used to have the CBSE conduct all of these examinations. So even that clearly was not the solution, because this now JEE and of course NEET examination have 40 lakh students. They decide the future of over 40 lakh students. So the scale of the examination is only growing every year. So what could be a solution to this? Because clearly scrapping NEET is not a solution.
No, I think we need to have first of all, coming with what this government has always done. Let's have a pariksha pe charcha. Let's have an open, honest conversation with students and accept our faults. If we have, as if you were the BJP, we would have said that we have come up with an NTA which is false, which is something which hasn't worked out for you in the past 7 to 10 years. This is time that we reconsider this and understand what is there, what is in your benefit. And I think that is something which has to happen. First of all, an acceptance from this government that we have failed. And second of all, let's move towards a conversation with students. If they feel the 10th and 11th and 12th standard marks together can be taken and be considered for this as a portion of the weightage along with this examination, it'll reduce the burden that is being placed on one single examination. Let's consider that as an option. Let's consider a method in which we can also include the medium of instruction in which they are comfortable with being organized by this at the state level itself. Because we have many issues of the NTA coming up with wrong translations of multiple papers as well, whether we can rely that on the state level examinations itself. And as you mentioned, the same reason as why CBSE was relinquished in this position was that it was holding 9 exams.
Yeah.
Now NTA is holding 14 exams. So the entire purpose with which they've come up with the NTA itself has been deemed redundant by this government. So let's come up to understand whether we should have a central agency which will only specifically work on medical examination, have experts from that particular field that are there, and also find a way to decentralize it and reduce the dependence on this one exam being the key to their admission process.
Right.
And
Yeah,
let's also be able to deal strongly with the coaching mafia and the various mafias that are out there to do this paper.
That I think is most important. Thank you, Anurag, and thank you, Asim, for joining us with those excellent suggestions. Thank you so much.